Hello, welcome back to the Amphitheater. If I'm on, make sure everyone who is U-Time knows that U-Time will be back in the Amphitheater and backstage again today. Thank you.
Welcome to Festival. Tomorrow's spirit theme is Pajama Day. We want to remind you that you cannot pack up to leave the amphitheater until the stage lights turn off. Stay seated until you see this.
Different performances require different responses. No clapping or talking during performances unless instructed by the performer. And now, please welcome to the stage one of our artists in residence, the Knights.
Hello. I'm Colin. We are musicians from the Knights, an orchestra based in New York. And we've been in residence here at USDAN for a number of summers, doing lots of things. This summer, we're working with student composers, and we'll be playing their works for this combination, the violin, viola, cello, tomorrow. And I'm here with my friend Margaret and Gabe. Please welcome them. So, I understand the theme this summer is voice. So, framing this program, we're going to start with a short movement by Beethoven from when he was young and just starting to find his composerly voice. And sometimes, you know, composers or creative people find inspiration in the world around them. And for him, this was a dance called the Polonaise. Later on in his life, as many of you know, he went deaf. So he had to go increasingly inside to find inspiration. But this one, he was in a happy-go-lucky mood. Allegretto. Yes, Beethoven was from Germany. He was inspired by Polish dance. Magnani's from Hungary. He was inspired by folk music and found his voice really through the folk music of his own country in this march. Thank you. Thanks again to Margaret. So we played music from 200 years ago with Beethoven, 100 years ago with Magnani, and now we're going to play music that was written last year by a former student of USDAM named George Sokolov, who I met here a few summers ago when we were also working with student composers. And he wrote several beautiful pieces for the Knights to play. It was already really happening, his music. And then over the years, he sent me some other pieces. And last summer, he wrote me and said, I wrote a violin concerto for you. And I checked out the score, and I thought, this looks like it would be really fun and also really hard to play, and I want the challenge of it. And so please welcome George to the stage. So, George, can you just tell us a little bit about, finding one's voice in music, in writing music, and how this piece took shape? What was your inspiration?
Thank you so much for asking that. So, this piece took form. After I read Ray Bradbury's dystopian fiction novel, Fahrenheit 451, in my English class at Professional Children's School, where I studied academics. And it really, really moved me because the themes of censorship were so relevant to today's society, in my opinion. And the metaphorical descriptions of fire really inspired me to write in such an orchestral context.
Thank you, George. And I mean, also, weirdly, what we're dealing with right now is fire. And I think you'll hear in George's writing really this sense of urgency in fire in the work. And he's playing the whole orchestra part and the piano made production for that. So this is the second and third movements of George's violin concerto.